Hello there, I'm Nalini Mahadevan, and today we're going to talk about what happens to your digital assets after you die. If you're like me, I have photographs in the cloud, I have music, I subscribe to so many music platforms, and then I have clients who have NFTs and other digital cryptocurrency. Also, you have email, bank accounts. You have a business with online accounts, and you have like other banking like Venmo and PayPal and any other all the other bank accounts that you can think of. So today we want to talk about how are you going to pass on these digital platforms and access to these digital platforms, as well as the assets you may own on these digital platforms onto your loved ones. So it's not enough just to create a trust and to have a financial power of attorney to do this. You have to have your powers of attorney have to have special provisions that actually say that you will be allowed to, or the person whom you've nominated has access to these accounts that you have. For instance, places like Facebook and platforms, other social media platforms like that, Twitter, LinkedIn, they all have their own particular end user agreements that allow the person that you have nominated after you pass away to have access to your accounts, which means that you have to be very familiar with those end user agreements and to understand what will happen to you when you are no longer when you pass away and you can no longer access the account. So what happens to your account? Can you close it? Some of the social media platforms will just say your account has been memorialized, but in other cases that might not be the case. Then let's talk about things like cryptocurrency, blogs, domain names, videos, pictures. All these are being held in the cloud, and they could be lost forever if you have not designated somebody to have access to it, and you have not given somebody access to those to your assets, and you have not made a plan for transferring ownership of this property after you pass away. Then everything that you store digitally, don't assume you own everything in it. For instance, on your phone, if you have like 20 apps on your phone, some of the content in those apps, you don't own those content in those apps. So maybe someone needs to you have to pass that information on to someone, transfer the information legally so they can access that information and maybe delete it or change it or download it or whatever they need to be doing with the information you've stored in those apps. The other thing is like cryptocurrencies. Now for cryptocurrencies, they have a key. You may have heard of the story of this person who had $10 million in cryptocurrency but could not access it because they lost the key. So I mean, that can happen also after you pass away, in which case you want someone to have legal access to your cryptocurrency that you have left, definitely an asset for your heirs and beneficiaries. The new thing is non-fungible tokens. These are all videos, audio files, original video audio files of or gifts, artwork, digital artwork that have been created, and the ownership of this is authenticated by blockchain, and you can only access them using a digital password. So and many of these have thousands and thousands of dollars in value. So this is definitely something that you want to transfer to your heirs when you pass away. So have you created a plan to do that? Do you know what the end user agreements for those particular accounts are? Because they can be lost if nobody has access to them. And finally, of course, we are all, I mean, everybody's an entrepreneur nowadays, and so they have online e-commerce stores, PayPal accounts associated with those stores, or some other kind of payment platform associated, which will gather money from all your customers and then transfer it to your bank account. So these kinds of accounts must be transferred to your trustee or other beneficiary, so that they can control the assets and money that is in those accounts. Now, if any of this is very useful to you, you can contact us, because we can create a power of attorney just for digital assets. And that is called, and our law firm is MLO Law LLC. As you can see the screen behind me, we have lots of videos on different topics in estate planning on our website and on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it and like it, and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn, and for more information on topics such as these. Our phone number is 314-932-7111. I'm looking forward to talking to you in our next video. Take care. Bye-bye.